From humble beginnings, the rise of Rome. Rome wasn't always a mighty empire. It started as a small village in Italy. This village was founded in 753 BC, according to legend. The Romans were known for their practicality and organization. They expanded their territory through alliances and conquest. Rome faced many enemies in its early years. The Etruscans, a powerful civilization to the north, ruled over Rome for a time. However, the Romans eventually overthrew their Etruscan rulers. This victory paved the way for the establishment of the Roman Republic. Rome's strategic location on the Italian peninsula was crucial. It provided access to trade routes and fertile land. The Romans also possessed a strong military tradition. These factors combined to set the stage for Rome's future dominance. The Roman Republic was not a democracy like we know today. It was a complex system with elected officials and a powerful Senate. The Senate, made up of elder statesmen, held significant influence. Two consuls shared executive power, serving as heads of state in the military. The Republic thrived on a balance of power. Different groups had a voice, though not all were equal. The plebeians, the common citizens of Rome, fought for their rights. They gained representation through the tribune of the plebs who could veto Senate decrees. This system, though seemingly chaotic, provided a framework for stability. It allowed for debate, compromise, and a degree of popular participation. The Roman Republic became a model for governance, its influence echoing through the ages. The final century of the Republic was marked by internal strife and ambitious generals. Gaius Julius Caesar, a brilliant military strategist, rose to prominence. His conquests in Gaul, modern-day France, brought him wealth and popularity. Caesar's growing power and popularity alarmed the Roman Senate. Fearing he would become a dictator, they ordered him to disband his army. Caesar defied the Senate and crossed the Rubicon River, igniting a civil war. Caesar emerged victorious, defeating his rivals and assuming control of Rome. He initiated reforms, but his reign was short-lived. In 44 BC, a group of senators assassinated Caesar on the Ides of March. They feared he had become too powerful, a threat to the Republic they held dear. Caesar's death plunged Rome into another period of civil war. Octavian, Caesar's grandnephew and adopted son, emerged as a key player. After years of conflict, Octavian defeated his rivals, including Mark Antony and Cleopatra. In 27 BC, the Senate bestowed upon Octavian the title Augustus, meaning revered one. This marked the end of the Roman Republic and the birth of the Roman Empire. Augustus, a shrewd politician, established a new system of rule. He maintained the appearance of the Republic while consolidating power in his own hands. Augustus initiated a period of peace and prosperity known as the Pax Romana. This era, spanning 2 centuries, witnessed significant expansion and cultural achievements. The Roman Empire, under Augustus's guidance, entered a golden age. Section 5. The Pax Romana, a golden age. The Pax Romana, or Roman peace, was a time of relative stability and prosperity that lasted for over 2 centuries. During this period, the Roman Empire reached its greatest territorial extent, encompassing vast regions. It stretched from the cold frontiers of Britain in the north to the arid deserts of North Africa in the south, and from the Iberian Peninsula in the west to the rich lands of the Middle East in the east. Roman law and administration were meticulously spread throughout the empire, creating a unified legal system. Roads, aqueducts, and public buildings were constructed, showcasing Roman engineering prowess and facilitating trade and communication. Latin, the language of the Romans, became the common tongue of the educated elite, fostering a shared cultural identity. This period witnessed a flourishing of Roman art, literature, and philosophy, with artists and thinkers pushing the boundaries of creativity. Writers like Virgil and Ovid produced enduring masterpieces that have influenced Western literature for centuries. The Romans excelled in architecture, building impressive structures like the Colosseum and the Pantheon, which still stand today as testaments to their ingenuity. However, it's important to remember that this golden age was built on the backs of slaves and conquered people who endured harsh conditions. Not everyone within the vast empire shared in its prosperity. Many lived under the heavy hand of Roman rule, facing oppression and exploitation. While the elite enjoyed luxuries such as public baths, markets, and theatres, the common people often struggled to make ends trade flourished, bringing wealth to the empire, but this wealth was unevenly distributed, highlighting the stark contrasts within Roman society. Section 6. Cracks in the foundation, seeds of decline. The Roman Empire, once a beacon of strength and unity, began to show signs of internal decay. The Pax Romana, while a period of relative peace and prosperity, masked underlying problems that were festering beneath the surface. The empire faced numerous internal challenges that would eventually contribute to its decline, including political, social, and economic issues. One major issue was the growing disparity between the rich and the poor. The wealthy elite lived in opulence, while common people struggled to make ends meet. Land became concentrated in the hands of a few wealthy families, while small farmers struggled to survive. This concentration of land ownership led to widespread economic inequality. This economic disparity led to social unrest and a decline in the size of the army, which relied heavily on small landowners for soldiers. As fewer people owned land, fewer were eligible to serve. Political instability ensued. Once stable government began to falter under the weight of corruption and inefficiency, succession crises and power struggles were increasing in common, with various factions vying for control of the empire. Assassination of emperors was not uncommon, periods of chaos and uncertainty. These violent transitions of power further destabilized the empire. Moral decay and a decline in civic virtue further weakened the empire's foundations. A sense of duty and service that once defined Roman society began to erode. Luxury and extravagance became commonplace amongst the elite, while the values of duty and service waned. The focus shifted from the collective good to personal indulgence, hastening the empire's decline. Section 7. Barbarian invasions, pressure from the outside. While internal problems weakened the Roman Empire from within, external pressures mounted. Tribes from beyond the empire's borders, often referred to as barbarians, began to exert increasing pressure on the frontiers. The Huns, a nomadic people from Central Asia, pushed westward, displacing Germanic tribes like the Goths and Vandals. These tribes, seeking new lands and opportunities, clashed with the Roman army at the empire's borders. The Romans, weakened by internal problems, found it increasingly difficult to repel these invasions. The Battle of Adrianople in 378 AD marked a turning point. A Roman army suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of the Visigoths. This defeat shattered the aura of Roman invincibility and emboldened other tribes to challenge Roman authority. Section 8, the Fall of Rome, a Complex Tapestry. The fall of Rome was not a single event, but a long and complex process spanning several centuries and involving numerous factors. For centuries, the empire had been crumbling from within, weakened by internal strife, political corruption, and economic problems. The once mighty Roman Senate was plagued by infighting and inefficiency, while the economy suffered from rampant inflation and a devalued currency. External pressures, in the form of barbarian invasions, added to its woes. Various tribes, including the Visigoths, Vandals, and Huns, saw the weakened state of Rome as an opportunity to invade and plunder. In 410 AD, the Visigoths, led by their king Alaric, sacked the city of Rome. This was a monumental event, as it marked the first time in nearly 800 years that the city had fallen to a foreign enemy. This event sent shockwaves throughout the empire, shaking the very foundations of Roman society. The once invincible city was now vulnerable, and the citizens were left in a state of chaos and fear. The sack of Rome was a turning point, symbolizing the beginning of Rome from west to north. The empire continued to decline throughout the 5th century, unable to recover from the internal and external pressures it faced. The Western Roman Empire continued to decline in the 5th century, its territories gradually being taken over by various barbarian tribes. The once vast empire was now a shadow of its former self. In 476 AD, the last Roman emperor in the west, Romulus Augustus, was deposed by Odoacer, a Germanic general. This event is often cited as marking the fall of Rome, though the reality was far more complex. While the Western Roman Empire fell, the Eastern Roman Empire, centered in Constantinople, continued to thrive for centuries. This division marked a new chapter in the history of the Roman Empire, one that would see the rise of the Byzantine Empire and the continuation of Roman legacy in the East. Section 9. The legacy of Rome echoes in the present. The Roman Empire may have fallen, but its legacy lives on. Roman law, language, architecture, and culture have had a profound impact on Western civilization. Roman law formed the basis of legal systems in many countries today. Latin, the language of the Romans, continues to influence modern languages. Roman architectural principles can be seen in buildings and structures around the world. The Roman Empire serves as a reminder of the rise and fall of civilizations. It teaches us about the importance of strong leadership, social cohesion, and adaptability. By studying Rome, we can gain insights into the challenges facing empires throughout history and the factors that contribute to their success or failure. Section 10. Explore further your journey through time. Thank you for joining me on this whirlwind tour of ancient Rome. It has been an incredible journey. If you enjoyed this journey through time, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more historical adventures and fascinating stories. Let me know in the comments what other historical topics you'd like me to explore in future episodes. Until next time, keep exploring the past and uncovering its secrets.